What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Tormund's Quest number 48, baby. Let's go. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Feels real good to be here on the Tonight Show with you, Johnny. I mean, I've been waiting a long time to get down on the couch and talk to each other.
How's Destiny Radio? Because I haven't got to play it. It looks real fun.
It's so much fun. The story on this time around is so good, and I feel like, I mean, I've probably got, between meetings and scheduling different radio stations, I've probably got somewhere around 11 to 12 hours of gameplay in, and I haven't even gotten to the seasonal content yet. I'm still just grinding through the story of Beyond Light. So I already want another month tacked on to the end of this season because I feel like there's going to be so much for me to get to.
It's that much story? Like is it like Destiny 2 level of story that they put down in missions?
Oh God, yes. I feel like I mean, I keep doing it now. It's story missions, and then it's like broken down to what they've done before, where you have to accomplish certain tasks to the next part of the story, like, you know, do 37 bounties for Varix, and yeah. All of a sudden, it releases the next piece of it, and oh man, I'm enjoying the ever-loving hell out of it. I want more time to play it. Like I was telling the boys, you know, my wife is sadly mistaken that I'm going to hang out with her this weekend and not stream that game. Love you, baby, but Destiny.
I got things to do.
That's right. I'm afraid this is the first season where I've actually felt like I'm not going to have enough time to do everything I want to do.
That's a challenge for you. The gauntlet has been thrown. Love it. I love it. Anybody else got major announcements this week?
I would bring over my new tabletop in the form of a PlayStation 5, but I don't want to hurt my back. It arrived today.
Nice.
And I have to put legs on it because that's going to be my new coffee table.
Sideways and put your drinks on it.
Holy fuck.
What's the first game you got to play on it?
Oh, if my code for Valhalla works on it, I'll play that.
Oh, dope.
I don't know if the code is PC specific, or, but I mean, I might go classic and throw up some Destiny on it again.
Oh shit!
That's where I started. Was on the PlayStation. So,
nice.
Will you let me know? I might be able to help you with that AC code.
Christmas.
Nope.
Yeah, that's my cool news.
I ain't got shit.
Man, Gale doesn't even promise RP streams that he doesn't stream anymore.
Nah, my schedule is so crazy. Like by the time the weekend comes around, it's like man, I just want me time. You know, I'm just kind of like I just want to get lost in something and just like chill. So you know, I try, but it's just, you know, I just don't have the energy, and I would rather not stream than stream and be half-ass. You know what I mean? Like, because that's not fun for you guys. So
Proof.
You know, it's like I'd rather just like if I feel it, I'll turn on the stream and do a surprise stream and, you know, have fun with it. But you know, most of the time I'm just like, you know, I just want to sit here in my shorts and my t-shirt and you know, drink a coffee in the morning and then just sit.
I feel you, man. That's where I've been with the streams lately. I mean, I've been pretty sparse on the Doom streams, just because like with the construction and stuff like that, it's kind of a nightmare to set up right now. So
yeah.
I'm like, today's not that day. Like right now, I'm kind of high right now because all the fumes are really getting to me.
I see blue tape on the edge of the green screen. Everybody else can see that, but I'm like, all right, are you gonna be all right to the rest of this episode?
I'm trying to see butterflies.
I'm kind of high right now. Amazing.
Lobsters from the end. Hell yeah.
Well, the big announcement's over here. Last night, we finally got to it after 2 years. I officially have a D&D campaign that is sponsored, set inside of a video game release on Rare Drop. We have partnered together on a piece of content once again. Me and the lovely Caustic Phoenix are inside of it with a whole new cast of characters, which you have to check out because they're super, super talented. Rec from the other games and Alex are also in there, but you get to meet Data Dave and Spoonie, and they are amazing. If you haven't seen the first episode on Rerun today, it will be up on Rare Drop's YouTube soon. You have to hear Spoonie write a song in the middle of the session. She is a real life bard, and it's amazing. And she loves cheese.
It's so good.
I cannot wait until next Wednesday. Literally,
Yes.
I will be radio station in one ear, you guys in the other at 3 o'clock when I go live. It was that good.
So me and Becca are pulling double duty for 2 more weeks. So you guys can catch that and be freshened up on it. It's a 3-episode mini campaign. It is on Wednesdays. It is 5 p.m. CST. So that's 6 p.m. EST. So it's early. Let me tell you, it is early for me. Not so much to stream, but the prep must start at 10 a.m. for 2 shows. And I just got it done in time.
Waking up at 3 a.m. for a morning show for you, isn't it?
Dude, it's so hard working with sun, like God rays coming through here. I'm like,
Get away.
dude, the office looks different. There's people trying to ask me questions, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. Don't you understand? I have to create worlds over here. I literally am Deckard Cain running around here. I don't have time for this. Office lady just wants to chat.
quest.
Oh yeah, it's the prep is real. Like I realize I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to like do a little bit a day, but that's not how my personality works. Like I do something and go all the way through to the rabbit hole. Like I bender it. It's very hard for me to go, oh, I'm gonna work on something for an hour today. It's not how I operate. I'm not wired to do that. If I do that,
he started his college paper at 3 a.m. when it was due at 10.
had to, because it's the only way I get my good stuff. Otherwise, you get shit. I'm not good enough then.
No pressure, no diamonds.
No diamonds. This is how it works. It's a procrastinator's life for me, but I have to. But it's not really procrastination if you know you're gonna do it. Like I'm not lying to myself. I know I'm doing it in that block.
Look, some people sets, ample time like a week in advance and they work on it a little bit. Some people wake up early the day of, and then, some people just choose like, I'm going to have a 6-hour window to do this, and that's what I'm going to have. And that's fine.
The problem in my strategy is when something explodes. That's the problem with getting to the airport with my strategy.
The great news about D&D, however, though, is that you just make shit up and we think that you planned it. It's just like, you know what? There's fucking orcs in the city now, and they're attacking the east because that's easy for me to just pull out. Yeah, all right, there they are. Oh, they work for Jalos.
Lockie says blackout curtains. No, this is a glass door, buddy. There ain't no blackout curtain for the glass door. Doesn't work that way. And if I did put up a curtain, everyone would bust open on it and be like, insert porn joke here when it at the co-working space. So
blackout curtain on a glass door. I'm thinking 900 people popping in. Are you shooting porn in here?
It's the same thing I had to deal with when I worked for Anheuser-Busch. Pull up to said gas station with beer truck. Hey, buddy, are you gonna put some of that in the back of my truck? I want to kill you. Get away from me. It's 9 in the morning and I'm going to be here for 3 hours unloading Bud Light. Unless you're helping, shut the up. You don't understand the visceral. When you hear that Groundhog Day, each stop, every time you get out and in from the gas station, it just never ends. It is the dad joke that doesn't stop.
I will admit, at one time I said that. I will never say it again after hearing your perspective.
Do not ever say that again to another beer worker the rest of your days.
I know so much better. I know so much better than that. Those words I will never try and make a dad joke out of that. And God knows I love my dad joke.
my vitriol for that line was so strong that we actually lost connection.
Yeah. Your internet felt it for a second. They're like, okay, sorry, we won't ask that again. Right? It's fine. The only blackout that's happening on a Wednesday is you after the stream.
Guys, don't worry. It's not you that's not working with Streamloots. I just have to reload my bot. We had to refresh all the things today. Don't you worry, child. I will send those cards back to you. You'll be just fine. If you guys let me get through an intro, I bet you I can get them back to you. Panic button.
Wait, did you just tell me the sofa?
Yeah, there we go. We got cards are already back, baby. Oh, I almost screwed myself there. I almost hit complete and not give back. Then I had to eat my own shoe on that one. But yeah, so that's the big announcement that's going to be going on for the next 2 more weeks. Super cool. Check out Rune 2 this Friday as they drop their Decapitation edition. They've been super kind to me and getting me supported work over the last year, culminating in this project, which, holy, they put us on the front page of Twitch. Didn't know that was coming. Lots of new eyeballs. I saw a name with a wrench for the first time in my life in a chat that I've been part of. So
what does that mean? I don't understand this wrench you were talking about.
Unlike Mixer, like a global mod that's blue, this is somebody who works for Twitch. So that was cool to see him stop by and check out some D&D. But yeah, it went awesome, man. We had a blast. Come by and support us on that. I thank everybody. They've been super kind on socials, letting everybody know what's up. You've been linking people out with Voodoo Ranger. Thank you guys. All that stuff matters to these sponsors' eyes. That's what they look for. I appreciate the hell out of that because that's how I eat. Like I was telling in Discord earlier today, literally just by the ads that run on the channel, I know they're intrusive and they got a lot of ways to go, but that's my grocery bill now. It pays my grocery bill for the month. Like, I can't tell you how exciting that is. That's like something that wasn't there before, that's just there now without changing any kind of habits. So I appreciate the shit out of that. And while they certainly don't run when we want them to, there is no good time to play an ad during D&D. I just hope that they will evolve into a platform, like big media, where they've already figured this out. You don't completely take over the full screen. They can watch a lot of sports that do that. There can be plenty of ads that run on that. And I can't wait for them to get to that point. But for right now, I appreciate every single one of you that actually do let them play. And it does give the guys and girls that love gifting subs, it does make a premium on them, because subs will never see ads on the channel as long as I am in control of it. So I appreciate you guys on that, Mark. Also, I got to thank the entire community. The last 2 weeks, after asking you guys to pump up and use the Discord as much as possible, we actually did it and kept our partnered server.
Let's go! Oh, all right.
We trended up for 12 weeks in a row climbing this ladder till we finally hit it on the last 2 weeks, and we were able to keep it. It was more of like a goal, like if it gets taken away, it gets taken away. We were going to remain with a lot of the good perks, and it wasn't going to be it wasn't scorched earth, but it was a challenge, and the gauntlet was put down, and you guys rose to the occasion. And I think that's really cool, man. It speaks a lot to you guys and your interaction. And as I've said before, it is your home. So DM me, message me. I'm all about creating voice groups for your own D&D sessions, separate rooms, private rooms, things that you want to see public bound. It is your community playpen. It's not just my area for live streaming. So continue to shoot your ideas over to me. You guys that want to play D&D in the Discord, that want different bots, all that information comes this way. Eventually, I'm sure we will build out a specific team of folks within the community that can handle a lot of these things, so you guys don't feel like you're bothering me in any type or way during the week. It removes a little bit of barrier for things to get done, and they get done quicker. So I'm excited about that. Congratulations, guys. That's on you. You guys are the ones that are Discord partners, not me.
I'm clapping. You can't hear it, but I'm clapping.
Whenever the world gets turned back on, they get me a hoodie and send me to a party. No. Guys, I can guarantee you I turn down all requests for clothing because I won't wear it. If I already wasn't eccentric enough, I've been wearing the same shirt for the past 6 years.
And it smells so fresh and clean.
Oh, dude, they're fantastic. The winter line's about to come out. The different new heather patterns. It's so functional. I can fish with these. I can roll up the sleeves. It's just man armor, and I love it. And if I ever come out with a line of clothing, that's what it'll be. It'll be fishing shirts, RoBear's man armor.
All right, clip that hashtag Magellan. Let's go.
You'll only see RoBear without that shirt when you come out of your bedroom and he's sleeping on the couch and he's late for his flight already.
Then you get A-frame RoBear, which you only get when we're making fun of Tyson usually. But there was a year, 2 years when I was in the dive bar business where I didn't leave shirts. So Tyson wasn't the only one. I was an exclusive sleeveless shirt guy for college too.
Oh yeah. The pictures you showed us, yeah. Like every picture you showed is like, this is me without sleeves. Another me without sleeves. Here's me without a beard. Here's me without a beard and sleeves.
The one that I cherish the most is when me and my mom were wearing the same thing at the bar, and she had just showed up randomly. I'd gotten this like, oh, I'm gonna cut the sleeves off collared shirts, which apparently that is a popular female style of the 90s. We both have black shirts with collars and sleeveless. I'm like, oh my God.
I just had visions of my mom in the 90s with that exact same shirt.
Yeah.
Hashtag trends that should never come back.
I miss it. We used to declare that if you went to the winery with us, you couldn't wear sleeves. That was a good chunk. That was a good 4-year period of my life. That if you went to one of the country wineries here, we wouldn't allow you in our group. We actually cut people's sleeves off on the spot. That was the thing we did.
I like it. I like it.
Polos.
Having done that twice
polos.
with you already, I think I've got that. I think I've got that hazing already.
You just got me in my old age, man. You can get me in my prime. I've grown far too Hufflepuff. You know, you needed RoBear on malt liquor to see those days. A lot of malt liquor, which, by the way, we still do. We still pick up a case of Mickey's on the way back from work. It's just a deal.
Just grenades all day long.
Enough about my ridiculous past and more about the future. Thank you, Voodoo Ranger, for your amazing sponsorship the entire year. Appreciate you guys. If you still have some higher plane out there, get it and get it now. Look, Mang's already got, he's my Rod Roddy, dude. My Ed McMahon seat right there. Thank you. I'm currently completely dry. I have to make a dreaded Walmart run.
No.
Which, by the way, the only place that I can get Juicy Haze in my town. Like, what post-apocalypse do I live in? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, even the good places, like places you would expect that to be there, like to have good beer, for some reason, just don't want to stock it.
It's amazing how we've gone from, man, I used to go to this bar all the time and they had this beer. It's now I go to Walmart to pick this up.
Oh, it's exhausting. I hate it. DnDBeyond.com and Roll20. Thank you guys for your support of the show. As always, I have one major announcement for D&D Beyond. This is 2 years in the making. gifted items are available. I don't want to tell you how much I've begged for them to run my credit card for a stack of books. Just do this and give me the code's worth. Please. You don't have to give them for free. I just want them. We can officially start doing stuff and getting people products on D&D Beyond. So I can tell you right now, my first goal, and this has always been my first goal. This is why I have not pushed my Amazon affiliate links for the books at all. They're just up there if you want them. My first goal is to make sure that every single person in the community has a player's handbook in dndbeyond.com. That is number one, our first initiative. This has been my goal the minute I found out that this was going to happen. And we're going to start building out a list. And we're going to get everybody who doesn't have one, we're going to get you one. Hell or high water. I will not take a charity stream until that is done. And I will make sure that every single DM in the community has a dungeon master and a player's handbook. So we're putting it down. We're making a list. We're checking that bitch twice. And we're going to make it happen. I'm very, very pumped about that. So then, when it comes time to I just don't have that in there anymore, we're going to eliminate that excuse. We're going to make sure everybody's got the tools, and no better time now in the middle of all this crap to get that done. So I am pumped about that, man. That has been a struggle. I have no idea why it's taken since it started there to get so long to gifted, but I'm glad we are finally here. And now that it is, and they've made me wait, you're damn right I'm gonna message them and be like, here's my list. All right, I've been waiting. Can we get some books over here? We got some people that need some books, man. That's I'm pumped. I'm pumped about that. Oh, that made me that was the best email I've got in the last 6 months. So excited for that. Yeah, and that's gonna be forever now. That's always when we're talking about giving back and trying to get you guys things in the community. That's the stuff that I'm gonna be doing. We're gonna be building that out, making sure people get stuff for it. Now it'll be interesting to see if I can give away subscriptions. I don't know what all is available in there, but that's at least I know physical items are available right now, and if we have to start there and then go to the rest, we will. But it truly will be the gift that keeps on giving for you. I can't stress that enough. For where we're at and what it does, it streamlines so much. But yes, that's our biggest crazy announcement there. We got some D&D to get to. We got to pick up with a lobster dinner.
Oh, so good.
You have to wheelbarrow our ass out of here.
Dirakt, just roll me out. Turn me on my side, push me out. I'll find Ivan soon. We've all had that dinner.
Last week on Tormund's Quest, as you guys made the decisions for your plans, encompassed heading back to check out Luther's in the Black Lake District, now that it's free of Talos's control. Checking in on an old air pilot friend named Byron Edgar Lewis. First and foremost, that stroll back through town led you to a wonderful seafood dinner back by the docks once again. We're gonna pick up post-dinner outside of that inn. Still daytime, a little bit after lunchtime. We're about 1 o'clock. We got there pretty early. We had the 3-hour meal from like 10:30 to 1:30.
We were that table.
We were that table.
You said it.
Yeah, I think I'll need to take a few more stairs.
Stairs. Oh, man. If I could stretch a little bit more, I would have ate more, but I can't stretch anymore. Look at that. That's a whole lot of Dragonborn rage muscle right there.
You're ridiculous. Someday that metabolism's gonna run out on you, boy.
I'm not worried about it right now. I mean, oh, that's gonna give me indigestion. Never mind. Ooh.
Please do not throw up.
I'm not gonna throw up. Don't worry, Gale. Maybe I shouldn't have had that last plate.
Oh, I might.
Yeah, you actually ate your full plate, Arkonan. I was impressed.
I usually eat 4 full plates. What are you talking about?
It was a joke because you look like you never eat. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, Arkonan, I'm going to have to give you some citrus fruit. Oh, you look so pale.
That will forever be her memory. At least your memory of hers.
One memory away from Gale's house. It was that housemate trying to feed this poor man all that citrus.
Memories indeed. So, where to now?
See those clouds?
No. We promised Gale that we would head over to the Luthers finally. Now that we're not wanted men. That has always been the plan.
That's right.
Telling you, you guys are. He is an odd character, but he's a decent person, I believe. Very
You basically
eccentric.
described all of us.
True. Hopefully, he has something for us that will help.
Well, what's he normally deal in?
You know, it's been a while since I've been there, but I believe that he's always been kind of a connoisseur. He acquires items and then he sells them. He has them created. He does special orders. Doesn't do much on himself, although he is a magic practitioner. I know that, but he seems to have a network or something that he gets all of his items from. Seems to always know who to contact if needed. You need a rush order? Sure, but it is a premium price. But he always has a few interesting things, at least. You know, he did. It's been some time since I've been there, but...
I see. Well, it's time to go thrifting, boys.
This will be the most high-end thrift shop you've ever been in.
Yeah, and I got a point of order. Radio, can you please spell out your home city?
Gancaster?
I don't know if it's Glan, Gran, or Gan.
Oh, it's Gancaster. It's Gancaster. It has never been Gan.
Oh, I've called it all 3. And I have
Jailcaster?
I've called it
always been
all 3.
Caster. I mean, you can add the D in there if you want for dialect, but GAN Caster if you want it.
Gancaster.
Not gland, Gan. There's no L. Gancaster.
I've been to the Glancaster before.
I was like, we describing a internet movie?
Garlic caster, got it.
No.
God.
Jesus Christ.
You know,
I don't read
I
chat.
consider myself a prolific caster, and some would call me Grand.
Jesus.
Boo.
It's rough in them streets, boys. It's rough in them streets.
Trying to grow up where I did.
Fine. You lead the way. Like I said, we're not moving. I got a couple of them carriages. My ass ain't walking this off yet.
So I get into the as soon as I get in there, I just immediately like casting prestidigitation on pretty much everyone, just to make sure everyone is clean and form and proper. And,
You
looks
take
good,
the
smells
seafood
good.
off of us, even our beards. Oh,
Yeah, it isn't. It is important.
cast.
We don't want to smell like butter walking in there. That little like that smell of like butter or like dairy you get into your mustache every once in a while, and you're like all day.
Oh, Lucian is a clean freak. It is spotless. You will see. It is always not an ounce of dust in the store.
Braden tries to be cute as he takes some of the Old Bay that's sitting over on one of the outdoor tables, and he tries shaking it to get it all over your back end. Well, he's giggling to the other people, but it does this horribly. Like, you immediately turn around and it's just like he Old Bays your crotch. Like, got me red-handed. So I kind of treat this stuff, like boardwalk frankincense and myrrh. And you can see him, he begins to walk like he's coming down the aisle. He's chucking a little Old Bay over his left and his right shoulder. He goes and he sets the seasoning back down. The old Fay seasoning back.
I should have known, Dirakt.
Never trust a holy man. Fine. Alright. You losers are getting a second coach, as he's already made his way over to the front. And I mean, in true style, we've gotten up early enough where the nighttime ones with feathers, boas, and Christmas lights, they haven't completely retired yet. You can tell like they're about to shift out for like the more normalized style carts for like the daytime. So you can just see the look of exhaustion as Barley and Dirakt get their own coach, as they just kind of old men giggle all the way over there. Don't you want to get in? It could be a bachelorette party.
Tormund, come here. I'm just gonna hold out your hands. I'm just gonna unscrew the Old Bay seasoning and just dump a whole bunch in there on his hands. All right, now I'm going to go over there and knock on the door, and then they open it. You just need to blow it in there. Into their coach, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'm just going to come on. And then I'm just going to go up, and I'm like, wait. And then knock on the door to the coach.
Occupied, what's the password?
Shut, I need to give you this. Hold on. Open the door. We gotta go. We're on a timeline.
Why? What do you want to give me? Describe it. What's it look like?
Well, it's gonna be my foot in your ass if you don't open the door, old man.
He said, what's the password?
Tormund's round?
Oh, come on. You can do better than that. Second guess.
Braden's got the nice ass.
It's not Braden's. It opens up and Direkt's ass is full out mooning you. Go for it. Same time.
I'm 100% pushing in and blowing that all into the crack. I just filled Direkt's ass with Old Basie.
And the last thing you see before you shut the door, his eyes are like this. As their plot to moon you, and I swear to God, that's the whole time. I just wanted to, they were gonna go for a double moon. With an ass crack full of Old Bay. You can just see the last thing he throws back as Braden Bartley is dying.
Look at Gale. We're gonna know every single time Direkt farts from now till the end of time.
You say, does something smell fishy?
Honestly, wasn't smelling. I was just blowing.
Oh, the back of my neck hurts.
got a full of Old Fay. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh man.
As your cart comes rolling up. Three of you. You guys load in and begin to make your trek towards Luther's. From where we're at by the docks, I imagine it's probably going to take us a good 30 minutes to get over there. Gil, if there's anything sentimental on your ride there that you haven't exactly seen fleshed out or told people, now would be the time as you guys go over those familiar cobblestone streets for once, not on the run from anything.
Being that the tavern is like towards the mouth of the cove, you know, when we first take off, you have the city wall, and not far from where Samara's hideout was in Black Lake District. You see like it's like a scattering of like stores, and then you see like some moderate sized houses, nothing like when you get further up near the actual lake. But as we're just like kind of like just strolling and heading in that direction, as I kind of am continually giving, you know, turn right here, follow up the street, you know, take a left. You know, I'm just kind of like looking, and, you know, it's kind of, you see Gale kind of processing like a life and a history, you know, not honing in on anything specifically, but just watching people now out and about. The sun's out, some sort of normalization, you know, in terms of like livelihood seems to kind of start to slowly get back going. And, you know, he's just kind of watching people, and then like you see him double take on this like short dwarven man that's finely dressed with a bunch of books, and he's just kind of like walking down the street. And that was one of my schoolers. He was a prick. And I was just kind of, no, it's fine. He's, you know,
Clarence Willowbottom.
Yeah.
What did he teach?
History.
Was a dwarf taught history?
Yeah, it was always about dwarven history,
Yeah,
mostly.
I was gonna say
Everything
how skewed
was
that.
It was great, you know, and you'd argue with him about it, and you'd be like, well, what about, you know, this or this, and you know, oh no, you got it all wrong, you know, dwarvens, you know, we do things this way. And he would always be like this big, you know, you could never, you know, I remember one time we we tried to sneak some alcohol into his coffee. He had this coffee when we go in, and he just took a drink of it. Didn't faze him. That's the day we found out he always drank booze with his coffee.
I don't think there was coffee in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, couldn't tell if there was. But, yeah. Wasn't, you know. It was interesting. Kind of like continue on, and then you see kind of like this small kind of like church, you know, kind of building, but it's not like a full-blown cathedral or anything like that. It's just this tiny kind of like ramshackled like church, and that is where I would be voluntold to do you know, public service in the sense of, you know, soup kitchen, because, you know, as my family, the Underwoods, we had to give back, and it was always weird. My sisters never were asked to do it. It was always me. But you know, there it was. But I tell you what, the people there, some of the nicest people you will ever meet. You know, you learn a thing or two about the streets. I learned how to get around, how to sneak past guards.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I feel like they knew, you know. But, well, anyway. Just up here to the right, you're going to see two buildings. One of them, very large building. That's going to be Luther's. To the left of it is, well, that's going to be a coffee shop. Lila. Sweetheart. Half-elf woman. You know, my father would go into Luther's, start doing business. I would always be shooed outside, so I would go over there, get myself a coffee. They have these wonderful buttermilk biscuits. If I wasn't so full, I would suggest that you try it. But, you know, you get yourself a little bit of tea in the morning, or coffee, biscuits. They have this little table sitting out front with this tri-plane glass window, and you could just sit there and kind of watch people as they go by. I'd have to sit there for hours when my dad conducted business doing various things. And then eventually I would, he would come in and, or actually no, he would go out into the street and go into the carriage. And that's when I knew it was time to go. Luther would always follow him though. Follow him out, smile, see me come out. He'd always have some sort of knick-knack for me. Make a point to have a conversation. Seemingly made it all worth it. Now Lila, she was... well, let's just say that she was generous, and, you know, I usually only had to pay for a cup or two, and she knew I didn't really have anywhere else to go, but I'll have to swing by. As we pull up to the two-story, like, large structure, and then you see this like small one-story kind of to the left of it, and it's this like antique little coffee shop with these like glass, you know, pane windows, and you know it's all like wood with the typical flower pots in the windows. And then to the right of it is this two-story, and it's this like deep dark like red wood with this gold trimming just everywhere on it, and it has this like sign that has these two magical sconces lighting up both sides that just seem to like rotate colors ever so often, with a sign that says Luther's Luxuries on it, and it's all like this in like engraved wood with this like gold inlet into the wording, and it's just so like over the top and, you know, bright and in your face. And there's this pristine red rug carpet in the front that comes out a few feet, kind of like this grand entrance with these two, you know, I forget what they're called, but the metal things with the ropes, but they're like chains, but the chains are gold. And everything is just pristine. It's spotless. It looks beautiful. And I'll say, looks like we have arrived.
Because the old men are already out by the rope railings. Big shit-eating grins on their face. Your carriage door pops open.
Is Dirakt doing a little shimmy? Is he doing a little shimmy and a little
He
shake?
just has his hands crossed, looking across. The minute that the carriage is open, Barley has to say something. You haven't lived until you prestidigitation your best friend's arsehole.
Hey, Gail, you smell that? It smells like mustard seed, cinnamon, cardamom.
God damn it, Barley, do you have to shout
clove.
this shit all the time?
You may want to hit him again. I can still smell it.
That's your own ass, boy. You may want to get over to Gale. You might have to grow a couple flowers in there to take care of it permanently.
I get out of the carriage and I look up and see all the grandeur and everything, and I turn to everyone. I say, usually in Baldur's Gate, places like this mean one of two things. Everything's out of my price range, or everything sucks ass. This isn't like I'm not gonna turn something over and it says like made in Neverwinter, am I?
You're going to find a little bit of everything here.
All right.
This is both an eccentric shop and a cultural institution. It's a place that has interesting items to legendary Neverwinter decor, to the place that you would also go if you were getting things before your own class proms. It has a lifespan of customers that would go up from adolescence all the way into your adult days. It's someplace where you would find a young couple all the way up to much, much older. Waiting on
Shall
you
we?
guys.
As I approach the door and I just open the door and you just hear this ring as like these chimes, and then it's like as soon as the door opens and the chimes go off, you just see this like color like shoot into the room in front as it just like brightens just a little bit before it goes back to the normal day-lit interior. And kind of as RoBear described it, Luther's Luxuries it's kind of like that corner shop in New Orleans that has just about everything. A little bit of like tourism, a little bit of witchcraft, a little bit of magic, a little bit of like
real life voodoo
clothing,
dolls right next to
yeah.
actually being fitted for a tux or a class jacket.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and it's like he said, it's a cultural staple piece. I mean, this business has been here for a long time, and as you enter, you can see just kind of a hodgepodge in the front. Everything is very organized, and you can see, there's like this section that's like clothing, and then you see the section that's just like in the front, right? The eye-catching, because it's been a staple, is all of the tourist stuff. And there's stuff on the glass that's it's like magical items, or like the fanciest, finest familiars, and all of these like various things, and it's all like to catch the eyes. And then the further you get back into the store, it seems to almost get more expensive, as it's like, here's the tourist thing to draw people in, and once you're in, that's when they really try to get you to spend the big money. And as you kind of go in, you see this hodgepodge in the front. You see these two grand stairways that kind of come down to the middle, and they're like quartz, like steps with like the red carpet going up, golden rails all the way to the second layer, which is kind of hidden, but you can see there's more stuff up there. And then behind that, further back, you see this large like mahogany desk that has the gold trim, and again, Luther's Luxuries, but it's like lit up from behind, and it just kind of like shifts in the colors. It's kind of like this pane glass that's like stained, and the lights are dancing from behind it. And it's, again, everything, and it's spotless in here. There's nothing on the floor. It's completely cleaned. There's no dust, no cobwebs, anything. It is immaculate on the inside of this place.
As that grand Victorian staircase really draws you in when you make those first steps, the clear first item that you see inside the shop happens to be a small house representation collection of where you can see the iconic buildings and shops of Neverwinter, like most towns have, and their small little Christmas lit villages on miniature scale.
Mm-hmm.
You look down and you see this year's new edition isn't a building at all. And it actually has a representation of a small clock tower that still remains in the section of New Hope that's been there from when the Scar erupted all the way through the vanquishing of the Black Bakaras and Talos' storm. The one thing that has remained through all that time and turmoil, they listed as the Clock Tower of New Hope, all attached with a beautiful lit up sun and clouds that breaks over the top. Look at that.
It's peculiar. Like I said, he can get things very quickly.
I think we need one of those. Dirakt immediately grabs one of them right off the box. I don't know where we're gonna put it, but I feel like we need to get one of these.
I'll just wait until you get to the back right, behind the stairs. The whole city is laid out there. It is incredible.
Claire, will you get the door? Claire! Claire, we have customers over here. Claire, where are you? Just have to get it myself. I'm sure you're too busy to handle the new customers at the front door. As Luther spins around, what does Luther look like?
So Luther is a tiefling, but the thing that's peculiar is like being that the Scar opened up, right, and there's the whole devil, demonic, uneasiness. Luther was here before all of that, so he's kind of like the old guard type. So he's kind of revered and respected, and part of his spiel is that he was one, he was able to help, pivot and aid in the defense of the city because of his understanding of tieflings and devilkin and yada yada yada. And he's a showman, right? Very posh. But anyway, yeah, he's a tiefling, and he's got this like kind of dark, almost like purple brown skin, with these like stark blue eyes, and he has these horns that kind of just curl back, and they have these like gold rings that go around it, and he's got this gold earring, and he's extremely well dressed, and you notice that he's wearing several golden rings, one with a very bright ruby on it, necklace, and the whole persona is just
as he has his measuring tape out, has his hands full completely. Fine, I will get it. As he turns around and he sees your face. I don't get speechless very often. As he runs over and gives you a huge hug. Issac Underwood, my boy! My boy!
Luther, I don't think I've ever heard you speechless in my life.
It doesn't happen very often. You should record it.
How are you? How are things?
Getting better. Thankfully, they are getting better. Starting to feel normal around here. We're prepping for holiday season, and I'm not worried about whether we have a damn curfew running or not. The only thing I have to worry about is if we're behind or not. That's a fantastic feeling to be. And you can see, look,
to be behind.
They've commissioned the new building for Christmas, and it's not a building at all. Ah, you see that? I'm proud of that one.
Was that you're doing?
I'm not saying it was all me. I'm just saying that a few of these Blackleg folk could understand that there's more to this city than just above the river. And then we can get into a whole history lesson that they tend to forget.
That they do. Oh, I am.
Hold on,
sorry,
stop. I need to make sure, but you know the drill. Before you go any further, we need to take our proper measurements. This is how it goes. We're not going any further because I have to show you what news come in. And he immediately starts taping you off. He looks back at the group. That goes for the rest of you. Don't think you're getting through here without me taping every single inch.
Just let him do his thing.
You're gonna need more tape for this one. When I point over to Tormund.
It's funny, I was thinking the same thing. You might need 2 of those tapes, especially to get around my midsection.
Claire, we need a second tape. We got a big truck driver here.
Got a lot of things, but I've never been called that before.
You'll look fantastic when I get done with you.
Fantastic now.
Luther, it is very important. I promised my friend here that I would get him the finest suit that I could find in Neverwinter. See, he is he's a country boy. He's not from the city, so I knew I had to come see you.
You have brought all the country mice in to mingle with the city mice. Fantastic.
That is true.
Tormund's gonna nudge Arkonan back. He's talking about you.
I'm not a country mouse.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's good to see you. Claire, would you get out here and see who's up front? For once in your life, you can set down. Those varsity jackets will literally mend themselves when I get done and bring in the mage hands. Work too hard. As Luther's wife comes out from the back, and how can I describe as just a classical well-to-do 90s pantsuit, like through and through. It is immaculate. You can see the marbling on the buttons all the way down through the front. Perfectly creased, accentuating colors and styles you didn't think were capable. A good 25 pins probably in that hair that rises up. See, that will make 2 of us. You didn't tell me that there was family in here. You wouldn't have stopped anyway. It might have gotten worse. You probably wouldn't have even come out if I had told you. As she runs over and gives you a big hug.
It's good to see you as well, Claire.
Please. Is this like old time's sake? Do you have a big date? Gal? You would always be so shy. You would come in here and meander around the shop acting like you were shopping for something else until he used to do this all the time. It would be 35 minutes on the dot, and then he would finally tell us that he needed to look good for a big occasion. He would always want to pawn it off like he was sent here for something else, and the entire time, it's true. He was such a shy young man.
You went on dates, man?
He's from Black Lake. Of course he goes on dates. All the time.
Most of them I didn't want to, but you know, it's fine.
Oh, don't act so drab. He enjoyed every bit of it.
Oh, you know, you made me look great. I mean, what can I say? I just look great.
Good. Good to have you home. But, as Luther said, he has not cast these mage hands for me. I must get back to work. But I will do that in 10 to 15 minutes, after we get you fitted. Enjoy, the rest of you, enjoy the shop. We have some personal one-on-one time with him. That is right, this is an official consultation. As they bring you over to the area that's very mahogany, set with multiple mirrors. You can smell the sandalwood when you walk in. It's that classic male fitting room bravado area, very juxtaposition to the other side that's prime prep like dollhouse powder room right over on the other side.
Kelly, you sure you want to go alone?
I'll be fine. And as we go and I step up onto the platform, you just see Lucian snap his fingers and 3 sections of the floor just slide open and these like velvet red curtains just shoot up and block the viewpoint from the changing room as I'm like kind of quote unquote dressing room.
I know Arkonan, I think I'm worried about him.
Tell me, Isaac, what patterns are you into these days? As he holds there, the rest of you, I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh, good. We're playing into Tormund's strengths. 15.
15.
Fuck, 14.
Old men. Hey, we're all coasting through on this.
Old men know what's going on.
You know, we take a good glance at the guest shop up at the front, and the smell of those fresh cut flowers definitely hit you in the face at first while we're there. But we all kind of take a little peek from where Claire came back through. There's a good eye over there. We see a sewing machine. Doesn't look like no residential sewing machine whatsoever. Look back at some of the materials that are hooked up to this thing. Silver and gold threads, arcane runes. They're doing some serious inscription work here. Like heavy duty magical stuff. Things you wouldn't want an average employee doing, nor would they be qualified to do without a lengthy apprenticeship. You can see there are several sets of armor in the back that appear to be just waiting in queue. Oh, well. Guess we found the new side hustle, did we? Or has that been the hustle all along?
Come on, Dirakt. You don't think some place like this stays up just because they're tending to all the nobles, do you? Look at that one right there.
God damn, look at the runes on that. Some of those are, god damn, some of those are on your giant belt. I think they got a pattern for that. I'm very excited now.
Hey, just do me a favor. Keep the stallion in the boar and don't knock me into the fire, all right?
Don't get too excited. We don't need to smell any of that more old fay than we need to. Dirakt hits him in the back. Oh, God. What's the kidneys? As we kind of nose around. The whole front is very small town, hometown America, but we know there's an extra bits and bobs. You can also see there's a line of potions that's over the side. There's tinctures. There's all sorts of remedies and ailments. Like, there's a full set up in here. If there's something in particular that you're looking for, now would be the time to ask. As they come back with Gale already with a tailored suit. What does it look like on you, Gale?
So it's like a deep green vest that's got these like golden hued like runes like throughout the entirety of the vest that kind of like, you know, from the bottom all the way to the top. And then he has a jacket on that's also kind of like a deep green. It's kind of like the full ensemble. As he's specifically given them instructions for green and gold with accents of white and brown. And so you see the same thing, kind of like this green jacket. The cuffs have this like gold with like this brown lining on the interior of the cuff as well.
Doesn't he look marvelous? Finally restored back to a gentleman. Standing back there still with a tape in his mouth. Oh, get that out of your mouth. He holds it there for a second, just grinning. Tucks his pencil back behind the horn.
Tormund's gonna walk up to Gale and take a knee. Would you marry me?
No.
I mean, you look so pretty.
How many marriage proposals has that been? How many rejects have you gotten?
Today, that's one.
Oh, we'll mark that down as at least 4 broken hearts that we've seen.
However you want to keep score.
No.
Oh,
It's up to him when this one's gonna settle down. I don't know if we have enough fabric for this one. As they yank and pull him back.
What are you doing? Help!
Oh, it will be
Just
my
mind the
pleasure.
unseen servant.
No, I think we have a double-breasted suit that will fit this potbelly just fine.
Better make it the triple.
Hey, that's quadruple-breasted, asshole.
As you come back out looking literally like cosplay from The Godfather.
I feel like, you guys are all family. And family is the most important thing.
You need a
You don't
strong
make time for
suit
family, then you can never be a man.
or a strong personality.
That's a strong suit. I actually feel like I could go to war in this.
Oh, you can. I mean, it is the finest material. Why do you think my father always used to come here?
I feel like I'm, can do things that nobody else can do. See things that nobody else can see.
We're not done yet. All these broad shoulders. It's time to finally work with someone that can, be a little bit more svelte here. As he grabs onto Arkonan, I have been waiting for this. You can see the gleam in his eye that you're finally someone he can put a skinny tie on. Probably the first one in weeks. Thrilled. There's no chance that he gives you one that actually comes to a point. It's got to be a squared off skinny tie.
Yeah.
He does.
Only David Byrne.
Gives you a classic John Wick treatment with skinny tie, extra fitted. It's one of those where practically the coattails flare out a little bit on your hips. The damn thing's so form fitting, and you're like, man, why do these fuckers look so good in suits? And you're over here, you're like, that's when you feel, you're like, man, I think I got like an extra 1/4 inch on my sleeves. You feel more Christmas Story, and that's John Stamos over there, and it hurts.
My suit is like black on black, but the like the jacket and the pants are more like flat black, and the shirt is the kind of got that gloss to it.
Oh, yes.
And then over like it's a almost a gray tie, like a gunmetal gray, and then over that is just the tie holder is just a red chain that just kind of hangs nice and loose. And it's one of those things where like you look good in the jacket, but then you take the jacket off and you see the form, and everything pops with like a 4-piece suit.
You're fucking Satan from Constantine. I love it.
with the feathered beard still and everything. Yeah, shaved head, feathered beard, all just come out just real.
This might be some of my finest work. As he does, he wipes away a tear.
This is this reminds me of home. Thank you.
That's the nicest thing anyone could ever say about this old shop.
I look like I could pass for a full blood.
You can pass for whoever you want to be. My boy, you can pass for whoever you want to be.
For today, I'll pass as Arkonan. Thank you.
You're welcome. As they turn back and look at the old man. No, this is for the boys. Old men are picking up the tab. We're fine. We're well past our day. Luther looks back at them for just a second. I do not think so. It's immediately grab. We are getting at least that one out of the robe immediately. What do you mean? That's it. Would you do that to the regular priest around here? We get a collar on you.
I just kind of look at Lucian, and just kind of like when Dirakt kind of turns his head, I just kind of just give him a nod, telling him to go grab one of his really nice pipes.
They come back out. Braden is dressed in classic Animal House college professor, patches over his shoulders. The only thing that's ever made him look slimming in his entire life. They refuse to put him in an actual, crappy front face pants. He actually has pleated pants that fit his size. Dirakt is very classical, modern, Instagram gray suit for a man old, a classic men's look that he could wear both in springtime and in the crest of winter. They've completely done. They've even worked on Dirakt's chops and actually oiled them up just a little bit. And here I thought Arkonan was going to be my finest work. This is a makeover to be proud of. Don't you feel better that you're wearing something that's a reflection of your own strength and personality within? It does feel pretty damn good. Because both of them have pipes in their hand, like they're loving all the like. You can understand the upsell on here is so hard. It's all the little bits and pieces. Oh, look at these. We got matching flasks too. As they have Luthers on it and they're leather wrapped. Like you're just adding up in your head like the upsell that's gone into this. You're seeing just the accent of pocket squares. You're like, that's $45 pocket square. Because they went with paisley everything. Oh. I do feel good. That's not bad. It's nice to dress up every once in a while. You don't get to do that when you work in the field every day. You see Braden Barley for the first time without sandals.
Braden, I can't see your toes.
Yeah, I think you got think you got the wrong shoes, man.
It's gonna be hard to break these in. Oh God.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that. But they will get more comfortable over time. I promise that. I promise that.
Did you clip his toenails too? Because
It's a montage of just like that one from Dumb and Dumber.
They're back there casting Disintegrate on the toenails. It's just like
Things that you have to do. Now, everyone is dressed like a proper gentleman. Snaps his fingers and brings over fresh Irish coffees for everyone that fade in with mage hands from the other side. As you can tell that he's had these over in poorer fashion from the moment that he started and got everyone situated. Now, start to set yourself for the season. What a season it will be in a free Neverwinter, we hope. United Neverwinter. I hear of these stories, Isaac. I hear of these stories that someone that sounds an awful like you running around town. At first, it was really bad. I'm not going to lie. Sounded like you were on the other team. And boy, did they ever let us know that you were on the other team.
Of course they did.
propaganda is amazing.
Oh, luckily, we knew better than that. But keeping up with things, we know you're not finished. We know you're not finished at all. Still one spot to go. But let us not think of that at the very moment. We'll have ourselves 10 minutes of time without a city under fire. As he takes you through and shows you the rest of the shop that's expanded over time and where business is gone, how fortunate him and Claire are for things to be going the way that they're going. He checks in with your siblings. He's very cognitive to know not to go any further. And I saw them not too long ago. I'm sure you want to check on them. Sisters are very concerned. But I'm sure you will do that in just time. However, we know that you have things to do. Much like those date nights that you had. We understand that your time is limited and you are busy folk. You're starting to earn a reputation around here, all of you. So, this is going to take a minute. Let's get everyone to the back now. We need you all out of these. Get out, get out, get out. Now that you're all dressed, that armor that we just took off, come here. Bring it all to the back. Let's get these things kitted out, Claire. This is of the utmost concern. So over the course of time, individually, they bring you back, weaving in threads of various styles and runes, kitting out each of your individual pieces of armor. You guys may change all of your armor to +1.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
So whatever type you have will get an additional +1 to your AC. Don't worry about searching the individual item right now. You can just bump your AC up by 1 and we can do it later. If there's anything that we can contribute to, this is it. Dear God, this armor need to be aired out. Woo! Choking ox. Good God. Is that the foot? I'll be honest with you. It's the first time I've taken it off in 14 years. Oh.
How do you? Never mind. I don't want to know.
As they over the course of the next couple of hours, and it takes a while, and yeah, you guys get a couple of afternoon cocktails in before everything completely gets sorted out. But it eventually all does. Yeah. You've made this the most monumental afternoon. Can I call you Gail now? Is that fine?
I prefer it.
Good. Claire and I aren't letting the old men pay for a thing. This is on us. We have a business, a life, a home because of all of you. That is worth more than any short sale could ever be made. You need to go do that for the Tower District. There are good people over there. They deserve the same freedoms that we do. Nobody else is going to do this. He stands tall and kind of rolled his shoulders back. Kind of grabs you by your armor and lapels. Now you can at least do that in style. He reaches over and gives you a big hug. Claire follows it up. Go make us proud. Don't make me... I don't need to cry for the second time today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. The rest of you, keep kicking it. You've made us proud. Go be heroes. This old shop will be here. Remember, close the door behind you.
I know.
He kind of puts his arm around Claire and watches as the rest of you gather and make your way outside. About 4:30 in the afternoon now.
Gil shuts the door and then last one, and he closes the door and he just kind of turns and looks back. I told you. Good people.
One of those special places. Thank you, Gail. Hopefully we can all wear these suits when we're done here. That'd be a hell of a party, wouldn't it? Already got our formal wear. Well,
you were right. That is magically armored. The suits, I mean.
what?
Yes, same as with the actual armor.
You gotta be kidding me.
Just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but when you're meeting with important people, or as my father often did, shady individuals, he wanted to look formal yet also have a bit of protection.
when you wear these suits, they have the property of mage armor. That's pretty damn cool. Hell yeah. Well, I feel good. I look good. How about we say we go and we start to do some good, shall we? You guys kind of...
Just one quick thing. And I placed an order and I run next door into the coffee shop. And I'm there for about 10 minutes. You start to get a little impatient. But then eventually I come out with this tray carrying these coffees, and I've got this bag. And then, you know, I just go and then I just give everyone, this is a specialty here. Try the coffee. And then everybody try a biscuit. And it's like, just melt in your mouth, buttery, cheesy, gooey, wonderful fucking biscuit. Like, it is just, it's incredible.
Don't you do this to me right now. Don't you Tormund's Quest me right now. Oh, it sounds so good. And it is. It delivers. Dirakt looks back at you. You couldn't have placed that order about, 50, 60 minutes into the shop. We would have made it 2 rounds if you had told us that. They've already gone over to the charcuterie spot. They've come back with a whole thing of hard salami and prosciutto.
Yes.
Dude, walking into those, that's a male death trap. How did I just spend $140 on 17 ounces of cured meat? Slowly feeding those thin shaved pieces of prosciutto over to Tormund. Look at him. Just melts on your mouth.
Just keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Well, I got good news.
Just more of that?
Yeah, I figured that we'd probably take a little bit more time than what we anticipated. So, already got our steaks called in.
You're talking my language.
That's the good news. The bad news, we don't actually get to eat in the Moonstone Mask. That's all right. We got a special occasion tonight. They will be doing the catering. Haven't quite opened up the inside yet. But they're gonna bring the meals out onto my friend's airship. That's the reason he's been docked over there. He's been sitting and waiting this whole damn thing out. Let's go pay old Bell a visit, shall we?
Dinner with a view? I'm sold.
Let's go. As you guys get back in your sets of carriage and begin to depart, now back catty corner across town. That evening draws near. It looks like you've timed this out just right to get a gorgeous sun just before it begins to set. Picturesque. As your carriages end up drawing up, you can see this floating island in the sky, as you've seen it many times since you first come into Neverwinter, and I've wondered exactly what that mansion mystery holds. As its rope bridges are finally drawn back down towards the docks for the first time, you can see a rather large airship docked up to the sides. as you guys begin cresting up and over and in the Moonstone and Air Dock proper. After you guys come back and grab new beverages, we will go up there.
Wee!
Hell yeah.
We finally got the Luthers, dude.
God, I loved it. Oh, that was great. I needed that.
I got a new suit and I'm looking good.
So that shop in my hometown is Garber's.
Yep.
I mixed it between Garber's and Shivelbines, two different local shops. Shivelbines has the music instruments to the class jackets.
Oh.
And I mixed in a little bit of God, what's the other name? Howard's.
So you did a little mixture. And
I did a little mixture of the three.
I've seen these, and
yeah, Garber's is where you would get your tuxes. Yeah, the three old institutions. Dude, you would get worked over. Two people working the tape at the same time.
Oh yeah.
That's
what it is, right? It's the upsell. It's like, oh, and then you've got this matching flask and this pipe, you know, and you've got the pocket square. Then there's this handkerchief too, and you need socks, you know. And it's just like,
but like when they're right, it's like when it's not just like, oh, okay, well, no, I really don't want that. But like when it's like, damn, they're good at what they do. It's like awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't had that treatment in so long. Ugh.
It was a good switch too of like, you know, presentory, like we have guests, like, you know, we need to do XYZ, and then it's just like, oh shit, it's Gale, and then it's like the demeanor changes slightly, and yeah, I was like, he was kind of what I was imagining, was like this like semi hodgepodge, like rarities, like unique, you know, but like also like, you know, they've got some good shit in here too, you know.
Since you prepped him and talked about him in the suits, I knew that's where I wanted to give you guys +1 armor for a long time. And it works out that way because you kind of are adventurers right now, like you got a lot of shit. What do you get? Somebody that already has, you know, a ton of good shit. Outfit what they got. Oh God, the cufflinks, BRM. I'm a sucker for cuffs. Always have been a sucker for cuffs. If you guys have never gotten a tailored suit, get one. You'll never feel better. Just get the classic black suit. Don't gotta get anything fancy.
That's kind of how, I just knew there had to be the grandiose, like, dual, and it's all over the top, immaculately clean, like this, like, rich mahogany, you know, you walk in and you can smell it, and the great thing is that we didn't go to the second floor, which is where some of the other serious business rolls, but it's like, you know, it's
always saving a treat.
Yep. That was great, and you played him flawlessly. It was fucking great.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Get that beverage, man. The feel the fit is right. Shan, yeah. You may not have ever felt a tailored suit. I'm sure you have felt a tailored fit at some point in time. Look at you with the random D&D question, 40. So you want to know whether you can get a surprise round on someone. So I will tell you, this is how surprises work. So surprises matter if they have never been alerted to anything else. In 5e, someone can only be surprised by stealthing. They have to be the very first person that attacks. So you're asking, when one of your rogue players goes into hide during the battle and they attack to get advantage, you count that target as surprised? No, you do not, because they are not surprised. If you're in battle and it has commenced, you're not surprised that you get hit. You're pretty aware that damage is coming. You can only be surprised if you yell surprise. Yeah. Nope, that is not how it works. So no, you cannot be assassinating mid-battle. It doesn't work like that. You have to successfully sneak up and do that. That's the whole deal, is trying to get in there and be the first person to attack. And it is difficult. There's no easy way to do that. Yes, a good tailor does know, BRM. A good tailor does know. Oh man. It's milk stout, dude. I haven't had a milk stout all year. This thing is killer.
Milk stout, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Perfect time as the weather's getting colder too.
Oh man, this music's great for it too. That scene and everything.
Oh, dude, when I went to one of my OG artists, CK Martin, they do some amazing work. Oh, and what I call that mood is classical light hopeful. Oh, yeah, that's the kind of shit that gets like. It made me, if we had more, like, if we weren't still in there, like, that's like Christmas market.
Oh yeah, no, I got those vibes, man. I was like, man, it's just like, if only we had time to like come back during the Christmas like winter like season to see that place like fully fleshed out, decorated, like garland everywhere with lights strewn up, this huge tree.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
I appreciated the fact too that it's like, oh, I've been hearing things about you. Like
you have
word
like
spreading.
It's the time. It's finally the time for that, right? We haven't had a lot of downtime. We've been in occupied territory for a while.
For like ever.
Yeah, and I love how you gave the lore there for him to be like an OG and for him to care. I had already made up in my mind, like I wanted him to have that Christmas city ornament with New Hope, but like then you made up like, oh my God, Luther really is the one OG Democrat in the fucking in fucking the fucking uppity ass Republican neighborhood. I'm like, oh, this is great. He's the one that all the housewives go to. I'm like, yeah, this is great. I already know the entire conversation that happens at breakfast with this dude and the rest of the other people. I've been there. So good, man.
All right, that was great. Go get your drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill up my stout.
Stolen Halloween candy.
Guilty. Because my children are crazy on candy, we do what's called the Switch Witch. So the Switch Witch takes all the candy they collected from Halloween and trades it out for cool stuff like toys and books and things like that. But, you know, it's wasteful to throw all that candy away. Unless you give it to Dad.
I like that, Switch Witch. So you give them some candy, and then it's like, you know, okay, now you could trade in all your candy for something really nice, or you could trade in some of it for something, or, you know.
I will usually do a sliding tax. I'll give them 30% of the full bars. And that will stay with them when the Switch Witch comes. And all the little candies go to me.
Love it. So chat, are you guys ready for Vikings tomorrow? I know we are. We're excited. I hope you guys are here. I think it starts at 8 PST, if I remember correctly.
Normal
And,
time for a Friday, I think.
Yeah. It'll be exciting. Very exciting. I'm gonna
Ready to
face
swing
paint.
my axe or my hammer or whoever I have to swing. I'm not telling you anything about my character if you didn't watch the Zero episode. Whether we start in Valhalla or we start on the field, you'll know.
That's
We're
a
all
fucking
Vikings.
great accent. That's a great accent.
I
That's
spent a
fucking
lot
awesome.
of time, little brother, listening to all the different accents from different movies and different shows. It's going to be a good time tomorrow. If we decide
Hell
to
yeah.
meet our God, we'll meet it together.
were my item E's good from yesterday? I don't think we got to them. If you're talking about the one I got yesterday, we didn't get to
we have not got to those yet.
that yet.
Oh shit! Did I have items to get? I needed to get out when I was in Luther's.
No, we're talking about tomorrow or yesterday.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. I was
I mean,
like,
I think
shit.
we have some
I have
items. Yeah, but like it's fine.
Like, what level are they?
Ease.
I have oh shit.
I have a C and a D.
I have a B, C, D, F.
Wait, in this campaign?
Yeah.
I just have a C and an F.
And then I have an E in the other campaign.
Which I do as well. We're good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I have to give them to you now. Like, I have to.
Haha.
Retcon! You walk out with a big sack of shit!
Reverse!
Okay, let's make this quick. We're gonna knock out all one person's items at a time. Tormund, let's go. Roll that first D100.
Coming up. No delay. As soon as I can click D100, you will have. Oh, no, that's -1. Well, whatever.
What level?
It's just 29. That's going to be C.
Potion of Clairvoyance.
Oh.
All right, next one.
Just making notes. All right, this is going to be the F. Roll. 43.
43.
Reroll.
Rerolling.
Ooh, 95. I don't know if you go higher, it gets better. I don't know how it works.
95 on an F. I mean, we'll see.
Fancy ring that you pulled out from the glass case over at the side. In particular, a badass looking giant rune on it. You have a ring of warmth. You got resistance to cold damage, my dude.
Nice. Love it. Thank
Everything you wear and carry is unharmed by temperatures as low as 50 below Fahrenheit.
Oh,
That's
Damn.
redunk. Next item,
That's it for me. On to the next.
Arkonan.
oh. This is level C as in cat. Roll.
83.
83.
Oh, yes. 1, 2,
love
3,
it.
4, 5, 6. Roll 1d6.
Ooh. Got a monster in my
4.
closet.
This is so good. In particular, you were obsessed with this old collectible coin that was in the case. It's literally has a raven on either side. And it was just too good to pass up. thinking you could use this thing as a challenge coin. Who knows? But it just looks just too badass for you. When you get flipping it around and feeling, you can tell it's got some magical properties to it. It is actually a qual feather coin. This one has the swan boat property, but it will assume the body of a raven. You have a 50-foot long, 20-foot wide boat shaped like a raven that is propelled and moves across the water at the speed of 6 miles per hour.
That is awesome.
Sounds like the pontoon party boat.
He has the party barge for 24 hours until it disappears, and you can dismiss the boat as an action.
Yes.
That is epic.
The next one is D as in damn it.
D is in damn it.
It's funny, we've gotten Qual's feather token with 2 different ones now in the same week.
20 Eden.
20 on, you said E?
D. I wish it was E.
20.
We can make it E.
Potion of supreme healing, baby. Can't go to Luther's without picking one of those up.
Never goes out of style right there.
Hell yeah.
And Supremes. That's me.
Gail.
All right. B is in boy. 99.
99 on a B? What is that?
Interesting.
Usually these
I
are
don't
very
know. Interesting, weird.
Yeah, you've had, because you got a 00 on this. That's where you got your wand of secrets.
True.
Now you have a wand of magic detection.
Wow. Hell yeah.
I know
No,
you're
it's
doing
tech
something.
magic.
I just don't know what it is.
You
All right,
have
here's a
4 of the 5 items at the top of B. That's crazy. 20
wand of magic detection. This is C, I think that.
Also, Chad, if you've never read the Supreme Potion, that's 10d4 plus 20.
It's the big boy.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's the big gulp from the corner store.
It's the big gulp. That's so good.
You could get the 32 ounce or you could get the 76 ounce. It's like,
Go ahead and re-roll. We already gave away a potion of clairvoyance. Let's get a new item.
I already have a potion of clairvoyance.
It's a hard thing to use.
52.
Oh, this is dope. Potion of heroism. That casts bless.
Oh, hell yeah. Heroism.
Yeah, you get 10 temporary hit points from that bad boy for an hour, and you're under the effect of bless.
Useful. Right, here's D as in damn it. 32.
Ooh,
See?
potion of speed. Let's go. You go under the effect of haste for a minute.
Oh, that could be scary for a spellcaster. And the big boy.
F.
The F. 47.
Reroll. You were not the class to
Reroll.
take that item.
94.
These rerolls are so hot.
Give me that.
You little shit.
Oh, no.
The Staff of the Magi.
No, Robe of the Archmagi. No, that's an item, man. That's an eye. That's an eye.
You think?
You little shit. What does that mean? It is Luther's though, so Luther would maybe do something extra special.
For Gale, 100%.
All right, we're gonna RP this out.
My favorite thing to hear.
This will be at the very end. As he's watched you guys drink coffee, eat the scones, get ready to board up. He walks out of the shop literally as you're about to take off and get inside, and you feel that hand on your shoulder. Yeah. I have one last gift for you. This is important. It's from me and Claire. We spent some time on this. And this was not an easy piece of jewelry to craft. But it's one that we think our hero needs. Because of anyone, it's your judgment that we trust right now. And it's yours alone. Take care, Gale. As he hands you a ring with a final hug. Look down at this. It's the most thoughtful thing that anybody's probably done for you since you've been picked up by your own family here. You have a ring of mind shielding. While you wear this, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you want them to. An action, you can cause this ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible. Until you lose the ring or die. Obviously in our games that's a bonus action. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it. Unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it.
Now, is there a soul roll?
No, they created this ring.
Oh, so this is brand new.
They created this for him. For the fight that he knows that is ahead.
Wow. That's a hell of a piece.
What a cool roll on the table.
Gil's just kind of like, as he enters back into the store, he kind of like snaps it shut in the box with a smile, looks up. Gil just raises his two fingers in front, and you just see the flowers in the front just bloom even brighter. And this trail of flowers just follows the walkway down right to his feet. I'll be back to say thank you. And then he turns and gets into the carriage.
That's awesome. As you make your last waves past the window, make your way to that pre-sunset boarding back in the rope bridge up. It's a very interesting feeling having you in this game, Radio, because in San Diego I had this style dinner out on one of the aircraft carriers before. I remember making my way all the way up the top. Yeah. Eat steaks on the Midway.
Very cool.
It was a very cool second night in San Diego of my life for sure. No doubt about that. Thanks, Sing Manu. That was a cool deal they did. It was a very cool deal. You guys make your way all the way up to the top. Looking at, there are these feelings that, man, I wish I could go in and experience this moon mask place. But much like COVID, it's just off limits. And you can't go. But you still smell that kitchen is fired up. And literally, you can see a handful of individuals making their way down with empty catering trays. from this royal looking airship. I mean, this is like the Millennium Falcon of airships. You count, there are 8 cannons to a side on this bad boy.
Oh, shit.
It is the real deal. Two ballistas in the front, multiple wings on side. It's like the Chris Craft of D&D airships. As you guys make your way up the sides, all the way up to the top of the deck. As a lavish table has been prepared topside. You see a man stroll through with a big pipe and a set of goggles on top of his head. And here I thought you were gonna be all day just buzzing fucker that wouldn't let you get here, and here you are just in time when I got the meat. Fitting of you, Barley. Son of a bitch, come here. Gives him a big old muscled up hug. It's good to see you too, old friend. So you brought some friends of yours too. Huh. Welcome. Appreciate the company. I'm glad we got multiple ribeyes here. And if y'all ain't ribeye fans, you've been living your life wrong. I don't mind if you put a little tiger sauce over there on the side, make a little horseradish. We got any A1 boys in here? They need to get the off this ship right now, Barley. I know what kind of company you used to keep out in the middle of the sticks before we met for the first time. I told you, there is a line to me that is too country, okay? That's why I got in this damn ship to travel the world. Ain't no small town contain these loins, boy. Good to see things have never changed since I found your lovely Irene nestled in the trees. It's true. It's true. I got a little bit of a crash landing back there. But she's running fine now. And if it wasn't for your friend Braden Barley here, we would have never met. Come on, we can't be letting these steaks getting cold. Yes, he does. He's the first one to grab the tiger sauce at the table. It not only goes near the side where the steaks are at, but also on the potatoes. He's a man of his particular needs in that sauce. Come. Not many times do we get to have fancy company out here on the deck of old Irene. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Bill.
Nice to meet you all.
Can I ask one question? What is tiger sauce?
Brayden, did he just ask me what the hell tiger sauce was? Not everyone has been all around the world in an airship. Byron Edgar Lewis. See here, tiger sauce. When you're thinking about hot sauce, okay? The first thing people are going to run over to you, you're going to bring some a little bit of tapatio, maybe going to bring you some sriracha, basic bitch. They're still going to be talking about Cholula. We're talking about tiger sauce here. This is the premium sweet heat. Okay? You get me here? This is a balanced sauce. It's gonna give you what you need, and it ain't gonna let you down, boy. Try a little bit on your plate there.
You put that on steak. You don't chop it up with like a stir fry.
God damn it, boy. It's a light dab. I'm trying to accentuate the meat here.
Did you get this from Karatur?
You're damn right.
He has been all over the world.
You're goddamn right. Like I said, I may be a small town boy. Boys got to get the hell out of small town, okay? Eventually got to leave. Old Irene here, she wasn't the first vessel, but she's damn near going to be the last. I can tell you that. No doubt about that.
Which of these ribeyes is the rarest?
Trick question. All of them, boy.
Good.
Very particular about my medium are there. But you see here, here's a difference. Here's the difference. Most of them, you see the marbling on that side? Most of them, if they want medium rare, they get them 2. You got to get the fat rendered out, all right? So you do heavy on the fat side. Well, you lift up over there, you get that spatula up, and you hold that fucking steak. You hold that steak. If it takes 10, 15 minutes, you hold it with the fat side, bring the other side out. I don't want shoe leather on the other side, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
Tormund just reaches in his coat and stays scribbling notes.
Goddamn right. That's how you fucking do it. Hey, we can't be acting and treating like these pieces of meat are uniform. This shit's an art. I worked my ass off all day to have a half-assed steak, okay? You get what I'm feeling? Too many of these buzz running around here all day, ain't working. I ain't letting one of them mess up Bell steak. You hear that? Good to see that things haven't changed, my friend. Here, I brought you something. I hope he's been feeding you on the rest of his beer. You know it's the one goddamn thing he's good for, right? He's told you a secret. Oh, and you best damn well, if he gave you one of them baskets, look up the goddamn bottom. He won't tell you that shit for 3 years. You'll be best friends with him for time. Now, some bitch won't ever tell you that it's got a false bottom on there until you come home. You're too all up one night and you go in there digging around looking for honey like you're a bear in the middle of the night. All of a sudden you find there's a false bottom in there. Tricky son of a bitch.
Funny, Dirakt. We had the same exact experience.
He doesn't tell you. Everybody's gonna find out on their own goddamn time, do they?
Oh, it's the blessings of Shanti.
Hey, a girl has to keep some secrets, all right? All right?
Now, when it comes to my fat and flavor, you better tell me where that's at.
We can see where it's at, Tormund.
That's all right. Hey,
Out of this suit, I look good.
hey. Get some of that tiger sauce over on the side. You try that shit. Tell me what you think. I'm telling you, this shit would be worldwide. But would people find out? I want to know how you've gotten your way to find you some real tiger sauce, because there are plenty of imitations, but there is only one.
Yeah, you get the pinky dip, and it is life-changing.
It really is. If you haven't had tiger sauce,
Tormund at this point, as he's pulling the end of his claw out of his mouth, his brain is on fire with the flavors and everything that's going on with this tiger sauce and on his palate. What he could do with that, what meals he's had that this would have been the perfect addition for, as he just starts to drift off into the sunset, thinking about food.
I can see your old boy's brain's kind of blown up over there a little bit. I'm gonna tell you, it's just as good as a condom as a marinade.
We've lost him. He'll be gone for a good 10 minutes. You can say anything to him.
It's this first time.
Got it pulled up on Amazon. It's fine.
Have you never had tiger sauce?
Oh my god.
No.
Dude.
You were talking to two people who never had tiger sauce before.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
This is a sign of my people. When we get to stay for a spell, I'm literally RPing the first dude who gave me tiger sauce.
It's carried at my local Walmart. I'm gonna go ahead and order a bottle.
You can get it. You can get this shit anywhere now. It used to not be that way, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, you used to have to go in the Asian markets to get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give it a shot and let you know, okay?
Original for meat, seafood, and anything else that can't stand up to the sweet heat.
I guarantee you, if you you're gonna put like a stir fry shrimp or an egg roll or something in there, never again. You're not gonna have sweet and sour,
No.
anything else ever again.
Interesting.
Or even just on just a little bit in your rice, in your sticky rice. Over, done.
Yeah, this is one of the Gulf delicacies right here, baby. It really is. It's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah.
Ordered.
I need to have my Amazon links for that shit.
Seriously, you just sold a lot of tiger sauce tonight.
No, this shit came back from the New Orleans area to get back into my region. That's this Mississippi Delta shit right here.
That's how you know it's good.
I've had jambalaya with it,
Dude.
down in New Orleans, and it's one of those things where you're eating, you go, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Push away.
Because it's so good right away, and then all of a sudden you're like, this is getting real hot real fast, and it's gonna come out real hot real fast.
It's super balanced though. Like I love putting just a little bit of my ketchup. And it makes everything better.
Yeah.
That's why I got it, is because it's a sweet heat. It's not just hot sauce. I don't do hot.
No, it's not sriracha.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
See,
I'm excited.
Shan knows. But
just adding this to the Tormund's cookbook. Tiger sauce and ketchup.
She's from an area of the country that knows.
I'm just ready to add it to the pan and just.
It's one of those you got to be in a certain region of the country.
Yeah.
You got to be a certain region of the country for it.
Yeah, I got introduced in New Orleans when I was on tour, so.
But see, hey, we're gonna make you all converts by the time you get out here tonight. All right, you'll be putting out marinade, all of it. But
I lean over to Tormund. I'm like, take a little bit of that side fat and save it for just a little bit, and then later dip it.
What?
You're gonna get that savory, that sweet, that hot. You'll be done.
Fat and sauce. Oh, okay. I'm reworking a couple of recipes in my head right now. This is why adventure right here. This is the cuisine.
And that's why you travel around the world. I can tell you that, you son of a bitch.
What else can you teach me?
Show me, wise master.
It's a very nice ship too.
Thank you. Took a long time to get old Irene. You're probably wondering too how an old country boy is able to handle this ship by himself. And if you haven't been wondering, tough shit. You're gonna find out anyway. The bar's downstairs, boys. This ain't an event until we have the whiskey. And then, and only then, will I allow Braden Barley to cash in on whatever god-awful favor he has called me for.
You're gonna need a lot of whiskey.
That's what I figured. Nobody calls an airship pilot when times are good. Unless you want to go down and get some more tiger sauce, boys. We can do that first. And I'd love to. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Come on. As he heads through those main chambers and brings you back down a spiral staircase.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Well, boys, why don't you see exactly what old Irene is up to down here?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you get Byron Edgar Lewis lucky. Whatever you do, as he opens up the main door, and here's you're almost blinded by the purple light of this crystal on the inside. Whatever you do, do not touch that thing, please. Step over the tubing. That sumbitch will light your ass up and could light the entire room up. Probably wondering how a country boy like me gets their hands on a sumbitch like that. Well, just happened to be at the right place, right time. That thing literally went through my living room.
The crystal?
Whole goddamn crystal.
Like, just fell out of the sky?
Tossed out by a cloud giant itself. Didn't know what the was. Probably thought it was Faust hanging on the side of his goddamn castle. Yeeted that son of a bitch. Came crashing through, destroyed the whole goddamn house. Let me tell you. Pretty pissed first night. You want to talk about some morning wood? You sleep next to that about 20 feet away. See what happens. Don't suggest staying there the second night. I'll tell you that. Go on. We need to get the hell out of this room. You can't stay in there too long.
Is my skin gonna melt?
It's pretty.
No, your skin ain't going to melt, but your pecker's not going to go down for at least 48. And we got shit to do. So come on, boy.
Can I stay here for just a little bit longer?
Well, unfortunately, you ain't fucking nothing but my schedule up, boy. So let's go.
Okay.
Just pressing on with the group.
Come on, Tormund.
Yeah, you see here, this is why Byron Edgar Lewis ain't got to do shit anymore. You fly around the world, eventually meet up with some old gnome folk that know what they're doing. These here are servos, boys, and they are proud to serve. Every single one of these bastards can fire remotely and will do until they are told otherwise. So the days of running around here and lighting up cannons manually are done. And I'm goddamn proud of it. That's the only way you keep a vessel like mine without any goddamn scratches on it. If you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cannons to a fucking side, boys. That means this shit doesn't get very often. It almost puts you out of the chops, you see?
It's 8 to a side. But what about the big one on the end?
Oh!
One who's hanging over the cannon.
Goddamn! Thought you'd never ask. Come on back over here. Let me show you these big son of a bitches right over here. Check this shit out. Spin this son of a bitch right over here. As he brings you up right back to the fat end of this the sucker.
Am I looking at?
Yeah, see that down there? You gotta have a fat servo over here. That's 2 persons to a goddamn cannon. This guy right here. Spin it. Roll a D8.
Four.
That cannon, you see, begins to vibrate. He opens up the little back inside chamber. You can see nothing but lightning bowling around in it. All right there, son of a bitch, is an arcane cannon. And that's an active dial right there, boy. We can shoot whatever we need to shoot out of that son of a bitch. Now,
Damn.
it takes a hot minute to switch over. And I ain't set it and forget it. We ain't got no Ron Popeil shit over here, boy. But we do have some Byron Edgar Lewis bullshit. And I'll get you out of a sticky situation when you know what you're going up against. Some bitch can change from acid, fire, frost, lightning, poison, whatever bullshit you can get yourself into. These some bitches, take care of it.
What's the opposite of lightning? Just curious.
What's the opposite of lightning? What do you think I am, some sort of philosophizer? Jesus Christ, boy. There ain't no goddamn opposite of lightning. There's only buzz. That's it. Fucking fried, boy. That's what it'd be if you touch it.
How will the ship withstand a storm?
Stand a storm. Barley, who the hell did you bring on this ship?
I'm not talking any storm.
Yeah. Talking about that, aren't you? Hey, let me tell you what. This boy, he's like Birdman. I can fly in any weather. I ain't scared of shit. If I ain't seen it yet, that just means it ain't been rode. He told me. He sent out what we want to do. And yeah, I'm not fucking right as rain about it. I'll tell you, it was certainly not on my list. I can tell you that. But your friend here phrased it as a fucking challenge. He knows me too damn well. So that's what we're going to do. As he begins pouring whiskey, as he takes you in to the main chambers. There's old beds strewn about when he still had a crew. Hell, you even got a place to sleep tonight. How about that?
Yeah, excuse me, I didn't... What do you call the ship?
Her name is Irene.
Oh, Irene, okay.
Come on, man. Get that earwax out. You're gonna need it. From what I hear, you're the storm everybody needs to be worried about. What are you gonna do? By the way, hey, fat boy, go back over there and change that dial. We ain't gonna want to have that set to lightning if we're driving into the storm, boy.
Wait, talking to me?
Well, you're the only one that looks like he's 8 months.
I'm older than 8 months.
I glance over at Braden. You're right, he's past due.
Braden's just sucking in. Not many times I lose in this competition.
Whatever 2 is, I just changed the dial to that.
It's thunder damage.
you change them to fire, so you can set them to whatever you want. You can set them to acid, fire, frost, lightning, or poison. As he pours
Let's mix it up. Let's go frost.
those whiskeys out. So that's the plan, is it? We're just gonna fly right into that.
Basically. I mean, that's what the old man and I did. Closed our eyes and pew.
It's true. We got up there. It's a real peach. I can get you there. I can certainly get you there. Getting out? That's gonna be a whole nother story. Guess we're gonna have to find out what's in there. Great unknown. One last location for Irene to go, eh? I'll be honest, when I first heard it, I got to tell you to kick rocks. Been sitting up here, eating steaks over here from Moonstone, waiting for all this shit to blow over. You guys almost had it all blown over before I got called in by the honor of friendship. Well, I can't resist that. Nor can I resist a challenge. Takes a big sip off of his whiskey. So, that's what we'll do. Ain't gotta do no convincing here. You ain't gotta sell me no damn insurance I don't want to buy. And I ain't doing it just because it's a goddamn favor. I've been to a lot of bad places in this world. This is about as shitty as it gets. Maybe old Byron Edgar Lewis got to do one more thing for karma for having that rock land right on his lap. And cashing this goddamn favor I know has been coming for a long time. And here I thought it was just going to be used to call you in for a bender somewhere in the middle of nowhere so we could pick up and go fetch some tiger sauce and maybe do a little bit of womanizing. Here I get to call it in and go be superheroes, eh? What do you think about that? I wouldn't have it any other way, old boy. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I appreciate it. I know we all do.
You're welcome. You keep good company. Son of a bitch saved my life. And old Irene here. Even if he is a Bogarden son of a bitch with all that meat and in that basket, he's a pretty damn good dude. I'll get you where you need to be. Plan on it in the morning. We ain't going up there at night, I can tell you that. That shit ain't happening. We can sneak all we want. Some bitch is gonna know that we're there. So we might as well take the clear skies while we got them. It leads everybody up to the top of the deck with the whiskey they have in hand. Soak up this sunset, boys. Might be our last when we head into that storm. Tips and raises his glass.
It's never our last, unless we choose it to be.
Yeah.
Masters of our own destiny. Right, Gail?
You're damn right.
As you see Byron Edgar Lewis walk all the way to the end and literally drop his drawers right at the bow. Well, somebody's got to rechristen old Irene. And there's more alcohol in this urine than's left in the goddamn bottle. Pulls his pants up. All right. He's ready to go, boys. Now, my ass is gonna get a little bit of rest because I'm sure you're gonna be up, running all goddamn around this ship, worried about this and that. Servo's got the cannons, boys. Ballista's up in the front. Have at it. But if you reel that sumbitch in, be prepared to deal with it. It ain't a one-way street then. I'll do my best to pilot this to my best God's given ability. And there's going to be heat up there. It's going to be real. You guys ready for that?
I mean, as ready as you can be when telling a god to go fuck himself.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that God, he with the wrong city. You give these people one last shot, all right? You're doing it for them folks down there. I want you all to fight like hell. Protect this vessel the best you can. There might be a time when that scar beyond driven. Then you need to protect yourselves. Keep yourselves between the navigational buoys. Let your God sort it out, boys. Get some rest. Finishes his glass. Heads off to his quarters.
Quite the man you've got there, Braden.
Yeah, he's something else, isn't he? Something else.
Wow.
I want to know what the favor you called in is.
Like you said. You got a little too drunk. Put old Irene down in them trees. You got to have a little come to Shanti moment. I got his old whirly bird out of there and told him I'd kick his ass if he ever got behind the helm again in that kind of condition. And once he agreed, I made him feel what a real hangover felt like. So yeah. Shanti works in mysterious ways, doesn't she? And he's not lying. That crystal back there, it did. I saw the pictures. His house up. But now he's got a hell one.
No wonder he wanted to travel the world. He doesn't have a house anymore.
Doesn't need to when he got this. You see those original boards down there? That's the house.
No.
Ain't shitting you. That country boy, he built it all the way up and around. He got that thing working. He may act like a wily son of a bitch, but he knows more than he's letting off to. He harnessed that thing. What he doesn't know, each little trip that he made, he learned a little bit more, and they kept adding on to this. This vessel got tech from all over the world. If there's the best bits and pieces, he's seen it and he's added it. He used to have 45 people working this vessel. Now he ain't got a damn bit overhead but himself. He's a smart cookie. So he's not going into this lightly. He thinks he can ride that storm and come back out of it. But he's a man that's looking for another challenge. And this will give it to him, all right. So if you think you got crazy ideas, wait till you see what he's gonna be up to. We got the best. This is our shot.
Hell of company you keep.
You should see the ones he does.
I think I am.
Friends all over the world.
Tormund's just gonna pat Braden Barley on the back as he's gonna go to the front of this ballista and just sit down and look over the edge. He does. He just opens a very familiar leather-bound book with a bear on it. Enjoying the scenery and flipping through some pages.
Anybody else doing anything?
How long have we been in Neverwinter? No, I'm sorry. In the city.
In this city? Oh shit! It's been months.
Okay. Then I will open up one of my books and start tearing pages out. And each page is a spell scroll. And I roll them up and I carefully tie them up. Then I give, as I tear the page out, I give each last one that final little detail that it needs to activate the scroll. So I'll have a few scrolls on hand.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
So the reason I asked is because if we want to go by what's in the book, I can figure out the time.
I expedite all the time. So what do you want? Whatever you reasonably think, I'm okay with.
Okay.
What you think you could get done in this time? I don't give a shit about the book.
Okay.
What do you think you would have time for? That's what I'm interested in.
Cool.
Doing a little bit at night before you go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's always been. Is
those little hours in between to yourself where you could work on something like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
How many?
Well, if we've been here months, I would say each night I worked on it. So, just looking at and most of them are obviously going to be magic missile.
Of course they are.
Of course.
Of course they are.
Yeah, we'll do like 5 spell scrolls. That'll get us. So I'll tear out 5 pages.
All right, 5 pages of magic missile at what level?
We'll do 3rd level each.
There it is.
Are they all magic missile, or most of them, and you have something else?
Most of them.
Because you
I
literally
always gotta have that good counter spell too.
sit over at that front desk, finishing up your handiwork. Just a point of reference on this vessel. The top end of these cabins, this is all sloped. There is not top railing. No good place to stand in this area. If you're to get back to the stern, there is a doorway right here that leads out. And there is a catwalk that goes right across the back of this vessel.
Gale will head to the front of the ship. We're like super high elevated, and camera kind of views from behind him as he kind of approaches the railing, other side of on the opposite side of the ship from where Tormund is, kind of taking his own space. And you see kind of on his left shoulder the sun setting, and on the right shoulder you see the edge of the storm swelling, and him right in the middle. And he's fumbling with a familiar engagement ring in his hand as he's staring off, kind of speaking to himself in a silent prayer to Lokor. But this time not asking for favors or asking for guidance, but thanking him for what has already happened and for the boons and gifts that he's been given. And he holds that and he thinks of Myra. And he takes the amulet off. And he takes the ring. And he loops it down. And he tucks it right behind the amulet on the opposite side of where the tear is located. Then he reclasps it, tucks it underneath his armor, and he just watches the sunset. That's it.
Anybody else taking a moment to their self? Or not their self? Alright. Go ahead, if you already haven't, click that long rest on your character sheet. Kale, I want you to roll a D100.
$94.
You were hot with those hundreds tonight.
It is a long, restless night for you. Your thoughts are in a lot of places. But most importantly, There. Noted.
Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
I can't push that button right now because I forgot to save my Golux. Sorry. Noted. One last fateful roll in Neverwinter before the final push. Roll that D20 for coffee.
Straight D1, or we rolling modifiers on this one?
Do as we always have. It's always been survival, right?
I don't remember. That's what I was asking.
Was it Constitution?
That's what I remember. It was survival or Constitution, either or. You pick it.
Constitution today, boys.
Constitution. All right. Tormund's been bookworming it, so I mean his mind is active.
Wow.
Oh!
What a fitting way for
Wow.
him to get there.
Enough said.
There's no rolling. All right.
Enough said. I do not roll.
He's got a certain pep in his step as he was reading his book and fell asleep next to the ballista. But he woke up very rested, like there was something new about the day. He smelled the sea air, something in the clouds, that soft haze you feel in the morning when you wake up before the sun just starts to come over the hills. Stood up and wasn't dazed. Knew exactly where he needed to go to make that coffee. Poured the pot, got it on the fire. As he sits there and continues to flip through the pages, just smells that fresh brew as it starts to percolate. It's confident. Something Tormund hasn't felt in a while. Maybe it's the combination of the suit. Maybe it's just being in the air. Maybe it's being with his friends and meeting this new person who's just so sure of themselves. He's feeling really, really good right now.
Good morning, you sons of bitches! Oh!
Mr. Byron, good morning. Coffee will be ready in just about now.
Morning, Tormund.
How you feeling, old man?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. That you finally learned how to make the coffee.
Yeah. Something like that. I'll let you take the first cup so you can let me know how it tastes.
That's right. You're that barley senior discount. Get your ass up here. Just like Burger King, 8:30 in the morning. Let's go get your free coffee. All right. Enough old jokes for the day.
Just remember, it's going to be hot, boys.
Byron goes in and gets the third cup. Seniority, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's your ship. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Oh, no, you got to let the retirees take it first. Go on, get your asses out of here. Good. Hey, Tormund, you learned this at a younger age. You're the sheepdog. You gotta get up on their heels. You gotta nip a little bit. Can't let them stop moving. It's when they die on you, all right? Remember that.
Remember that.
You gotta keep them young. I can see that. Getting up, getting a goddamn coffee.
It's normally Dirakt's job.
I can tell you what, you love that man. He takes his cup and turns around.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Joe comes
Oh,
out, gets his coffee, sits next to Tormund. What are you reading?
This book. Got this back in the House of Knowledge. It's interesting. Never taken much interest in books before. But this says, it's got a lot to say. I think, before this whole thing started, before Dirakt and I set out at a Gangcaster, I might not have paid any attention to this. Gives it's a different frame, different mindset now. Can't believe it's taking me this long to sit down and read it. But I'm driven. I want to keep learning. You look at our pilot friend. It's traveled all over to whatever realms. Built the whole ship out of a crystal that crashed out of his house. It's amazing. Now he has a ship with no crew. He's truly the master of his own destiny. A little bit comes from books, a little bit comes from life. You put it all together and roll the dice. If you meet your end, so be it. If you don't, you're better for it.
Very wise words, Tormund.
Where's Arkonan? There's 2 more cups of coffee left in this pitcher. I want to make sure he gets the next one.
Arkonan just kind of leans out a little bit. He's been in the corner the whole time.
Go on, pour yourself a cup.
Figured I'd let you make it this morning.
Must be nice not to have to sleep.
It is. It isn't. I inherited that weird part from my mom. I don't know if you've ever seen a full blood. They just stare off into nothingness for 4 hours, and it's terrifying sometimes.
Have you seen yourself sometimes? When you like come out of a dark corner?
It's been a while since we've had a mirror around.
Well, I don't think that you'd be able to see yourself in it, Arkonan.
We're just gonna grab the pot. He's gonna pour you a cup, and finally he's gonna pour himself his cup. And you see that the water just runs as the dregs drop into his coffee. He hands you the clean cup. He takes that sip.
That's truly the way to wake up in the morning.
It's good
Coffee.
coffee. Proud of it.
With your family and your friends.
No better way to start the day. No better way to start the day, Gale.
Dirakt pokes his head back in the doorway. Tormund, get your ass out of here!
Oh, what'd you do now?
Pray to Morden for me, boys. I may end up dead before this day is done. Dirakt has my way.
He comes out with his coffee and his book in his hand.
What do you want, old man?
As you can see him, he's all the way up on the bow. Take a look at it, Tormund. Take a big old look.
Direkt, that was the view I woke up to this morning.
We set out, take you on your first quest. Take you on the old stomping grounds. Go rest up some adventure. It's a hell of a way that we've come, my buddy. But I know me and your old man, we never really got to have this kind of talk. It's the kind of talk we always wish we had. But I just want to let you know that we're goddamn proud of you. What you've helped do, the friendships that you forged, people you fought for, the shits you've cared for. We could have never imagined. Started out your quest, but it got a lot bigger than that, didn't it, boy? Guess life does. Got a way of doing that. This is not just an old man rambling to you anymore. He taught us a lot of things too. So did your friends that came along the way. He taught us lessons. He ain't a boy anymore, Tormund. You're a goddamn man. And you earned that. I just wanted to let you know how proud of you I am. From where we started to where we are now. Shitting behind stumps. Just standing in doorways. Taking care of dragons. Standing for what you believe in. That's the good stuff, buddy. And you'll be able to do it with your friends and your family. I got one last thing for you. Took a lot of scrying to do last night. But I was able to get this piece for you. Because I know what it means to you. As he pulls out one of his scrying stones that has a recorded holographic message from his father. Mr. Faust.
Is this Dad?
Yeah. He's got a few words for you, boy. I gotta stop using that. I gotta stop using that. It'll take a little bit.
Direkt. Call me that. I don't care. Because I know what you mean.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tormund.
As he holds it in his hand, he looks over at Direkt. One last time with these innocent eyes.
I don't know how it works.
Gotta jiggle the handle. Give it a squeeze. Jesus. It just gives you a little nudge and it activates up. And it's Hister while he's taking some time oiling up his old frost giant axe. Probably about 2 weeks after he got it. Fresh on the trail of Sirach.
Well, boy, your old Uncle Dirakt's been keeping me up to date with everything that's been going on since I've seen you in Phandalin. Seems like you've done quite a bit. There's one thing I can say in the short time that we've got here, is you've definitely done the Faust name proud. I'm proud of you, boy. I'm sorry I couldn't have been there. But, as fate always determines, I've got my own affairs to take care of. We'll be together again. You're a smart man. Keep your wits about you. Keep your faith, whatever God you've chosen. You and I will see each other again. We'll fight together again. Because with your brain and your faith and the friends you've chosen, you can conquer anything.
That transmission ends. Dirakt reaches out into his pocket. I wish you could have been here for this. But we both figured that he might not get the chance. So he gave it to me back in the town when he visited the last time. As he hands you a gold chain with Ciara's wedding ring on it.
This was Mom's.
Yeah. He wanted you to have it, boy.
Dirakt, I still remember.
Sorry. Gives you a big hug.
Never forget that smell. As long as I live.
It ain't about the smell, boy.
No,
about
it's
how-
about the memory.
About how proud she is of you. It's got nothing to do with that day. She's with you in more ways than one. I need her strength and yours today.
Thank you, Dirakt.
Thank you, Hister.
Sometimes I forget that she's still with me. The whole reason I set out to do this was because of her.
She's with you all the time, Tormund.
But it's not how I left her. It's about the love she gave me while she was here.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Tormund just takes the ring with the chain and wraps it with his moored medallion. Tightens it in his right hand.
That's enough sucking snot for one day, boy.
No. You gave me her back. Let me have this moment with her. Thank you, Dirakt.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Take the time that you need. We'll be right up here.
Doesn't even let you finish. Turns back towards the edge of the ship. Looks out across the sky.
So much, Mom. I had forgotten. In my rage, that you were always there.
He drops to a knee.
I'm sorry. I was so caught up in finding Dominus that I didn't remember why. From this moment further, it's not about my anger. It's not about my anger. It's about family. And having you with me is all that matters. The family that I was born into. And the family that I've chosen. And the path that we take together. This is our quest. From whatever happens here.
Tormund wipes tear from both eyes. Grabs his muddy cup of coffee. Finishes it, grounds and all.
Whatever happens here.
Heads back to where everyone else is.
If I may. While Tormund's kneeling, Gale's been watching. Kind of seeing the exchange and the emotions that his best friend's going through. He just kind of itches the back of his chain where the amulet and the ring sits. Well, Cor, how about we give him one last hug from his mother? And as you're kneeling, I just cause this warm breeze to swirl up and kind of wrap around you as you feel this warmth kind of tighten around you. A warm embrace. And then I just turn as if I didn't pay attention at all.
When you feel that, you turn back around and make your way over to your friends in a circle, all finishing up their coffee. On that airship. Well, shall we, gentlemen? We shall.
Let's go hunt and skin a deer. I'll lead the way this time.
I'll follow your lead.
Huntmaster?
Go one last ride.
Couldn't find a better way or a better group. But if I die today, I know it was around family. And I know that I died to me. Confident and proud of who I am and who I've become. And I hope that you don't mourn that if I do. But celebrate it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll visit you in the fields of Lokor.
All right.
You're welcome anytime.
Biting the hatches, all that pirate bullshit. As he hands out small, individual red Solo cups. Ain't nothing fancy on here for Myrie now. Smoke them if you got them. All cigars already pre-lit. Tosses them out. Throws back the shot of whiskey. Let's go, you sons of bitches. Let's go. We got a storm to ride, and I'm tired of Pecos Bill soaking up all of our legend. Come on.
By the way, that was an inspiring leader card.
Hell yeah.
Because I just figured it's worth it.
No better time.
Smoke them if you got them.
Let's ride this son of a bitch. Don't we?
Everyone gets 18 temporary hit points.
18 temps.
Giggity.
We'll
Yeah.
take them.
Plus 7 charisma.
Thank you. First in the morning, there's still that fog out descending around the river. That warmth of it as it pours out, hitting into the ocean, causing that heavy fog around from where we're at. Like a hot knife through butter. We make our way through, sun shining, with a glorious, crisp fall air as we look down at Neverwinter. Its districts bustling as we head to that storm. Together as a family. Ominous horizon on the sky. That is where we will end. This week.
Be right back. I gotta stand up for a second.
I wanted to go further, but I couldn't. You had to stop there. It's too good. It was too good.
It was the perfect place.
It was the spot too.
It's like
It was the spot too.
yeah, it's very very much the Pirates of the Caribbean ending, like
Yeah.
the ending of some of the seasons of Black Sails.
Now, I didn't know I was going to get that emotional at the end, so I didn't know that.
I was like, fuck.
It hit me like a ton of bricks.
You know what it hit me was that last the last roll of coffee. And I just immediately was thinking about all the other rolls of coffee, and I was just like,
fuck me, dude. Oh, yeah, that's
God.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it got me. It was good. It was, yeah, some good tracks to do it. Music helped induce that just a little bit between that and Luther's. Shit, this whole year. A lot of it. Lot of it.
Going to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys get a bunch of big old ugly cries. That's what you guys get.
Dude, you collapsed me when you handed me the ring. I had it together until that point.
Yeah.
As soon as you said he handed him a ring that was CR's wedding ring on a chain, it was just like the chills went up my arm, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose it right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
the honesty of that was beautiful by you, realizing that you completely forgot the whole other half of it. And we're focused on one thing for so long. I was just like, that gutted me.
it was a good arc to that, where Sierra had always been a negative moment. I had wrote that down a long time ago, that I didn't want that to be a negative moment anymore. And I thought of that being a good idea on the way back, because I thought, when we get to an end, obviously his dad can't be there. We got a good spot on it before the big trek at the end of
oh dude, stop.
At the end of Ice Spire. We got to have that moment. I wanted this thing that became so much more. I wanted to have one more similar moment like that. And like last time, I didn't tell him he was going to have to do that. I just trust him as a performer that he can, while I'm just losing my shit. I'm like, here we go. I left you the train wreck. Go ahead. you go ahead on this.
Look at my face right now. If I can tell you one thing as a character actor who loves the characters that I build, thank you for giving Tormund back his mom.
You're welcome. Because
he completely forgot about that. 100% until that moment.
It was a long arc getting there. It was a long arc getting back, right? It was a long arc getting back. It was a long arc getting back. But we got there. There wasn't a lot of good ways to tell that story to get back to it. There wasn't a lot of hope there, but the friends along the way certainly helped him. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Ooh. If there's anything that a Nat 20 ever inspired, that's probably the most. We've been through some emotional Nat 20s, but that 20 on the coffee just about takes the cake.
Yeah.
That just about messed me up as good as any will ever do. And we haven't really got to have that moment with Game of Saving Throws yet, because we're just kind of on the run. But in the back of my mind, I know, well, I took the hit from the Mack truck once here on TQ. In a couple of weeks, I know I'll finally get to take that Mack truck again. But it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. That shows you the power of storytelling when you buy in. Same principles, doesn't matter whether it's real or not. Those emotions and the stories that you tell all of those are pieces and fragments, not just from us, but from pieces of the community and people all over the world. And as much as I told myself that I was going to get into that goddamn storm tonight,
can't rush something like that. Oh man.
Dice have a story that it wants to tell. You just have to roll with it.
Boy, did it ever. Oh, shit. Boy, did it ever.
And I just gotta, side note, like, fuck you, RoBear, for the muting of noted, whatever the fuck that means. You're like, oh, well, beep, noted. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know why? Because you got that. You got that ring. Ring.
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna fuck with you. Hardcore. Hardcore. Nightmare on Elm Street didn't have a one I had prepared for you tonight. And it was like this story knew that shit didn't matter. Me overemphasizing. Kale already knows the odds. He already knows what he's up against. He's already done that. And it was a great refocusing that tonight didn't have shit to do with that.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit of karma that got to tell me, just shut the and move on with it. Because there was a better story to tell.
Yeah.
And there was a better story to tell. And we absolutely did. Next, I've...
Hats off to you guys. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I would love to say there was some plan.
was walking that rope. Like when he walked to the front of that, I could just see him just walking that rope of like teetering to the losing it. And
dude, it was, dude, I about couldn't even say her name. I about lip quivered my way out of it. I about did. Fuck, dude, I've got all those old visions and the improv and shit that we put together on that. Oh. Yeah,
Chat, can we get some more Oscars in the chat for these two, please? Can we just like spam this real quick for how fucking great that was? God.
You guys got to remember, we started this, had a very different life. Me and radio had a very different life. This this story
It's become something for the both of us, hasn't it?
story that saved my life.
Yep, you're gonna do it again. Oh God. You know, if I can end with one thing, it's just those words are true than you believe. You guys truly are my family. And I love every single one of you, including you guys in chat.
Yeah.
Because without you, we couldn't do this.
Yeah. Every bit
We're
of it.
storytellers, and we're people who hold on to our shitty emotions, and this is just one way to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And to be able to tell it through story is something that I can never thank you enough for. You've seen me break down like this once before. That was a sad day.
Yeah.
This is not a sad day.
Not a sad day. Nothing but happy tears. Appreciate
you.
you guys. Each and every one of you. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Some new Viking tales. Some unclogged noses.
Drinking fest.
and a few
mead horn.
and a few new meat horns. We love you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.